Hello, my amazing artists. Today we're going to be making some word art inspired by the artist Paul Klee. Paul Klee was a Swiss-German artist and loved to use color. He was very inventive in his methods and techniques. He would work in many different medias, including oil paint, watercolor, ink, pastel, etching, and many others. He even would combine things like canvas, burlap, muslin, linen, gauze, cardboard, metal foils, fabric, wallpaper, and newsprint into his art. Paul Klee's work is often very geometric or uses a grid format and sometimes uses things like letters, numbers, and combines them with playful figures of animals and people. Some works are completely abstract. Other works express things like political views, poetry, music, and dreams. The work we're exploring today is called Once Emerged from the Dark of Night, and in this piece, Paul Klee uses words in his artwork. This is a poem, but we're not sure if he wrote it or someone else did. It's a mystery. We're going to be using letters in our own abstract artwork today as we make our roller coaster names inspired by Paul Klee. Notice how the letters in Paul Klee's work touch the top of each line and the bottom. All right, let's get started. First thing we always do is put our name and class code, and we will flip it over. Don't forget to circle it in your table color that you sit at. All right, so I'm going to start with 3 or 4 roller coaster wavy lines. They are horizontal and they go all the way across my paper. Next, I'm going to start with capital letters and write my name touching the top of my paper all the way to the roller coaster line. Each roller coaster line should have the letter hit the top and the bottom at some point. This makes sure that I'm going to have space in between each letter to do different colors and designs. For this project, we're creating positive and negative space. So the positive space in a project refers to the main focus of the picture, while the negative space refers to the background. So we're making sure when we color today to fill in all spaces of our project with color in both the positive and negative spaces. All right, I've written each of my letters to the top of the line and to the bottom of the line and making sure they've all touched either the top of my paper or the bottom of my paper or a wavy line. And now I'm going to go in and add just some extra details. This is up to you. If you would like to add some curls or different geometric shapes off the sides, that is up to you. I think it gives it a little bit more interest. If you want to leave them as just plain capital letters, you can do that too. All right, once I've done all of my pencil work, I'm going to go over my letters and my wavy lines with Sharpie. I am making sure to stay on the line and go over every part of my project I've done in pencil. Once I'm done with Sharpie, it's time for me to go in with my big eraser and erase any light pencil marks that I can still see. All right, now for the fun part. I am going in and I am adding color to each space of my paper. Anywhere I have a new space, I give it a new color. That's why it's so important that our letters touch the top of the paper and the bottom of the wavy line. There were a couple of letters that I had to go in and fix because they weren't quite touching the line. If you need to do that, feel free to as well. I'm also doing things like shapes and lines inside my positive and negative space to give my paper more variety and interest. When I'm coloring in a space, sometimes it helps if I outline the space first and then color it in. It reminds me of where I am coloring. All right, I am finishing up any last details in my spaces, making sure each space is a different color or has a different design, and my roller coaster abstract name art is complete. Don't forget, at your table we have handouts showing you the different steps on how to do this art project as well. All right, good luck guys. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. I am looking forward to seeing some colorful abstract roller coaster name art.